There are heroes who wear cowboy hats instead of capes. Men who speak less but guide more. In a world full of noise, some legends are made in silence. Heartland has given us many characters to love, but only one stands like the mountain behind that ranch. Jack Bartlett. The quiet force. The rock of the family. The grandfather whose wisdom changed everything. Today, we uncover the impact of Jack Bartlett, and why without him, Heartland would never be the same. Jack Bartlett stands like an old tree whose roots go deep into the land, holding everything steady even when storms come again and again. His presence is quiet, yet it fills every space. He does not chase attention. He does not raise his voice to be heard. He does not need to. His strength is not loud. It lives in steady breath, in calm eyes, in a hand placed gently yet firmly on someone's shoulder. He carries a lifetime of lessons, and each one shows in the way he speaks, the way he looks at a sunrise, the way he stands at that ranch gate as if watching not just land, but the souls who depend on him. When he speaks, his voice has the weight of time. It carries the dust of long roads, the ache of old wounds, the warmth of memories, and a soft edge of love that he hides behind stubborn pride. He never sees himself as a hero. He would laugh at that word. But Heartland knows. The ranch knows. The family knows. Even the horses know. Without him, nothing would stand the same. There are men who guide by telling everyone what to do. Then there are men like Jack, who guide by showing how to live. He does not chase perfection. He believes in effort. He believes in work. He believes in waking up even when the night before was heavy. He believes in fixing what can be fixed and accepting what cannot. He teaches that strength is not never falling. Strength is standing up every time life knocks you down, brushing off the dirt, and trying again. People look at him and see someone tough, someone who has seen heartbreak and loss. And yes, he has. But under that rough surface lives a soft heart that cares deeply. It cares so much that sometimes he pulls away, because feeling that much is not always easy. But it is that same caring that holds the family together. It is what makes him gentle with a scared horse, patient with a hurting soul, and firm when someone is about to make a mistake they cannot take back. He has lived through moments that could break a person, but he never let them turn him bitter. He did not let anger shape him. He did not let grief destroy him. He found a way to hold pain and still choose love. He found a way to carry memories without letting them block his future. That is why he can understand others in a way few people can. When Amy struggles, he sees himself in her. When Lou worries, he knows the weight of responsibility she carries. When Ty looked lost, Jack did not try to change him. He guided him to find his own way. And when the family fought, when they doubted, when life tested them, Jack stood there like a bridge they could walk across when the ground beneath their feet felt broken. He has made mistakes too, but even in his mistakes, he shows lessons. He proves you do not have to be perfect to be good. You just have to try, and keep trying, and never give up on the people who matter. Sometimes, he does not speak at all. He just watches quietly. And in those moments, it feels like he is reading time, as if he understands something others do not. Silence is not empty with him. It is full. Full of thought. Full of understanding. Full of unspoken stories. He might not always say, "I am proud of you," yet you feel it. He might not always say, "I love you," yet his actions say it louder than words ever could. Like when he puts his hand on a shoulder. Like when he fixes something without being asked. Like when he stays up late just to make sure everyone gets home safe. Those are not grand gestures. They are simple moments. But those moments build a life. Those moments build trust. Those moments build family. Being a leader in a family is not about telling people what to do. It is about guiding them so they learn who they are and who they can become. Jack teaches with patience. He guides through example. He listens before he speaks. He sees the good in people even when they cannot see it themselves. And when they lose their way, he does not drag them back. He stands firm, waiting, ready to help when they choose to return. He shows that love is not about control. Love is about belief. Love is about letting someone fall but never letting them fall alone. Love is about steady presence, not loud promises. That is Jack Bartlett. He does not shine like a fire that burns fast. He glows like a lantern that stays lit through long nights, guiding those who still have far to go. The ranch is his heart, not because of the land, but because of the lives it holds. Horses that need healing. People that need direction. Children that need safety. Dreams that need soil to grow. He protects all of it, not because he wants to own it, but because he knows how much it matters. This place is his history, his future, his comfort, and sometimes the only thing that makes sense when the world outside feels too fast and too loud. Every fence post, every quiet morning, every saddle resting on a rail carries a piece of him. He works not because he must, but because work gives life meaning. He puts his hands in the dirt, not to control nature, but to be part of it. He understands that life has seasons. Times of growth. Times of loss. Times of rest. Times of rebuilding. Heartland breathes because Jack never stops holding space for its seasons. When new generations come in, when people bring new ideas, when the world changes, Jack does not step aside, but he does not stand in the way either. He learns. He adapts. He accepts. But he keeps what matters most. Honor. Patience. Responsibility. Care. He is proof that tradition and progress can live side by side if you lead with heart. He watches Amy grow into her gift, not trying to shape it into something else that he supports Lou even when her plans seem too big or too risky, because he knows she needs to try, and she needs to believe she can. That he did not judge Ty for his past, he saw who he could become. He protects Tim even when they clash, because family does not end just because tempers rise. He welcomes Georgie with open arms, giving her the stability she had lost. In every relationship, he gives something precious that cannot be bought: time, patience, belief, and space to become better. People often imagine heroes as strong, fearless, larger-than-life figures. But real heroes are the ones who wake up every day and choose to keep going. The ones who stay. The ones who build rather than destroy. The ones who stand in the storm instead of running from it. Jack Bartlett is one of those heroes. He fights battles not with fists, but with heart. He wins not by overpowering others, but by lifting them up. He has cried alone but smiled in front of others so they would not worry. He has broken inside but kept the world around him from falling apart. He has carried burdens so others could breathe easier. And he never expects praise. He never demands thanks. He simply lives his truth, and in doing so, becomes the anchor for everyone around him. There are moments when you look at him and see the years in his face, the lines carved by laughter and loss. But those same lines shine with wisdom and a quiet peace that only comes to those who have lived deeply, hurt deeply, and loved deeply. He has learned that time heals, but only if you let it. He has learned that anger is heavy and forgiveness is freedom. He has learned that rushing leads to mistakes, but steady steps lead to lasting strength. He has learned that life is not about avoiding pain but growing through it. And he teaches these lessons without standing at a podium or reading from a book. He teaches them by being who he is. Anyone can give advice. Few can live it the way he does. In every story, there is a heart. In Heartland, that heart is Jack Bartlett. Not because he is perfect. Not because he is the loudest voice. But because he is the voice you hear even in silence. Because when everything feels uncertain, his presence reminds you that stability still exists. Because when life spins out of control, he reminds you that some things never break if you hold them with love, family, purpose, hope. His impact does not come from dramatic speeches or grand actions. It comes from everyday moments repeated over years. A hand steadying a frightened horse. A quiet word when someone needs direction. A firm stare when someone needs to face the truth. A gentle laugh that softens the hardest day. A silent strength that keeps everything standing. As long as the ranch stands, as long as the mountains rise behind it, as long as horses run across those fields, Jack Bartlett's spirit will live in every corner of Heartland. He is the past that built the present and guides the future. He is the strength the family leans on even when they do not realize it. And long after he steps back from the work, long after his hat hangs still, long after his boots rest by the door, his lessons will carry forward. Through Amy's hands when she calms a scared horse. Through Lou's decisions when she leads with both logic and heart. Through the quiet confidence Ty learned from him. Through the courage Georgie found because he believed in her. Through every young person who sets foot on that ranch and learns that life is about patience, work, kindness, and never giving up. He is not just a character. He is a symbol. A reminder of what holds families together. A voice of reason in a world that often rushes and forgets what truly matters. A pillar, not because he is unbreakable, but because he refuses to fall. And sometimes, that is all it takes to be someone's hero. Not perfection. Not fame. Just consistency, courage, and love that stands through every season. That is the impact of Jack Bartlett. A grandfather, a guide, a quiet warrior of life. The heart of Heartland, beating steady, strong, and true. There are moments in Heartland when life feels loud, confusing, and heavy, and then Jack steps in, not with magic, but with that steady calm that comes from a lifetime of facing storms. In this second part of his story, we look deeper into the quiet ways he shapes the ranch and everyone who calls it home. Jack does not search for purpose, he builds it. Day by day, choice by choice, breath by breath. He understands that a strong life is not built by grand moments, but by small acts repeated with love and patience. He wakes before the sun, feeds the horses, checks the fences, and walks the land as if listening to it breathe. He does not rush. He does not force anything. He respects nature's timing, and in doing so, he teaches others to slow down and feel life instead of running past it. Every person who crosses his path carries something: fear, hope, confusion, dreams. Jack sees those things without being told. He sees a trembling hand and understands nerves. He sees lowered eyes and understands doubt. He sees anger and recognizes pain hiding behind it. He has lived long enough to know that everyone fights silent battles. That is why he never judges quickly. He gives people space to explain themselves. He gives them time to find their words. And when they cannot speak, he still somehow understands. His strength is not only in his voice, but in his listening. In a world where many speak to be heard, Jack listens to understand. He listens to heal. He listens because sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone is space to be themselves without fear. There is a gentleness in him that shows in the most unexpected ways. A soft hand on a worried horse. A quiet breath when someone breaks down in front of him. A simple nod that says, "I believe in you." He knows how fragile a heart can be, no matter how strong a person looks.